Hello guys and welcome. Today this is day two of 5 days basic flyer design that we are going to be that we are working currently working on, and this is day two, and today we are going to be looking at real estate and hotels. So I've already posted this on Telegram, so you have already seen the brief and everything. So for those who are new here, my name is Abdullah. I'm a lead creative at AkingGraphics and tutor at Design with King. So the purpose of this challenge, or let me say, the class that we are having is to prepare ahead of a general graphic design, virtual design class that is coming up by May 22nd. So it's going to be an amazing one, and if you are interested, this is the best time for you to register. So without further ado, let's just dive into it. So this is our details of the flyer, and we are looking at the real estate, not the hotels this time around. So we are looking at Crestview Homes. So we've already created a logo which I've already sent to the group. So if you haven't joined the group, try as much as possible to join the Telegram group. So you will find the link in Design with King bio. So uh, for this particular detail, we are going to be looking at so they say Crestview is a home builder that creates modern, beautiful, and sustainable for families. So, and the content copy for this one is luxury in the heart of the city, and document size. We already discussed all those things before. So, and the color we have green, brown, gold, and white. So, how are we going to be mixing that? Do we use all the color? So we are going to be finding those things out during the class. And as for the image we are going to be using, we are going to be using the interior and exterior design of development. So well, whatever it is that they mean by that, let's check it out. So yes, but before we start the class, these are the things that you have to know as a beginner designer, or someone that doesn't understand how to do flyer before. So first thing is, I've already mentioned it in the first video, which is the one, but apology that I wasn't able to record those class, you understand. So but this one I'm definitely recording it, so I can see it here. It is already recording. Yeah. So the first thing, which is the first rule, or let me say the guide that you are going to be sticking to in your design, in all your design, is to stick with the brand color. Don't use something that is outside the brand color. A lot of brands are very keen to their brand color, so you understand. This is why they have brand bible. So if you want to work on the brand, so make sure you have ask for the brand color. If they don't have brand colors, because most of the brand doesn't have a logo to start with, so same goes to the color. So they might say you should just design anything. So in a situation where you want to design event branding, or you want to design a church flyer, so you might use color that suits that you think that is actually okay. But how do you know the color that is okay? So all these things we are going to be discussing in the class, which is going to be happening by 22nd of May. So you have to stick to the brand color, then be well organized. So starting from well organized, start from using margin. Stick with left side of this thing. So you understand? All these things we've already discussed it. Use 1 to 2 color, and even if you want to use it at max, maybe the situation requires it, you use 3 color and 3 fonts. So don't have too much font on your design. So you understand? Be directive. Let your message be so clear. Image be clear. The primary image, let it be visible, be big, be bold. You understand all those things? So it's very important for your design. These are the things that will make your design functional. Aside from it being beautiful, even for it to be beautiful, all these things have to be met. All these requirements has to be met. You understand? So moving forward, we want to look at. Hold on, guys. So moving forward, we want to look at make your copy. Yes, that's what I was trying to say earlier. When you use your font, make sure it is very, very bold. So all these things we are going to be implementing in the design we are going to be making today. You understand? So I've already started working on it, but to be honest with you, I didn't even have any mind mapping for this one. I just want to start design, and let's see where our leg the carriers will go. So you understand? So now I want to send the images that we're going to be using. But if you want to use high resolution image, I've already showed you yesterday where you can get it. So okay, let's do it like this. So Let's go online now. I'm going to be using Corridor for this particular class, but we used Photoshop yesterday, and I see that someone miscalculate it, or I don't know how to put it. So the essence of this class is that you must understand that software is just one thing. You understand? You must be able to design without anything stopping you, or maybe any software stopping you. You must be able to design with any software you can lay your hands on, as long as you know how to use the tools, the element, and all those things. You understand? So don't because you are using Corridor you don't make good design, or don't because you are using Photoshop you don't make good design. This is why we are having this conversation and we are having this class. So, and more importantly, why we are going to be using different softwares in this particular class. I mean, basically we are going to be using Photoshop and Corridor. So that is why we are going to be using this particular softwares for this class. Yesterday we used Photoshop, and today we are going to be using Corridor all through, except that we are going to be editing images on Photoshop. So if you are not, I mean, if you are not used to Photoshop, so at least you can crop your image on Photoshop, right? So Photoshop crop it better for me. That's why I'm going to be using Photoshop for my image. So google.com. I want to search for something uh, 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 like something that we are all used to, like let's say how will I put it, a building that we can use for this particular project. So what I want to do now is to search for house in Lekki. You understand? So this one will give me a modern creative design, or let me say images that I can use as my main character. So okay, now let me add this thing to it too. It's very important. So your main character, so let's just put it under be directive and clear with your image. So make your main character bold. Make your main character bold. You understand? So that's it. So the next thing we are going to be doing is research, which is what we are doing right now. Research, because every design needs research. So the first research is for the first research is for ideation, and the second and material. So it's very important to do that. So material, so then you mind map is very important. Mind mapping, you understand? Mind mapping, and that is it. This is what I've been wanted to add to the list I made yesterday. So you understand? Maybe this will help you as well. So you understand? Because yesterday I wasn't really satisfied with one of the submission that I've got. So you understand? So that is why I'm making this thing, in addition to see, like basically you must be able to go out there, make some simple design, some basic design that any vendor, any brand business can use for their brand. You understand? So even though I like the one of the submission, but the second submission is not something that I'm really good with. So you understand? So I need to be more clear with my this thing. So you understand? Now we want to do research for material for now. So yesterday we talked about how you can download large image on for your design. You understand? So, and this is it. You go to tools, go to this, then you will see large. So this will give you high resolution images for your design. So, and that is what we are doing now. Like I said, it's going to be a very simple design, and I want it to feel at home, like make it look local. Sorry, not really local, like it is something that people in Nigeria can easily relate to. So you don't want to be using skyscraper, but all in all, it all boils down to what your client requires, what your client really wants, or what the person is actually into. So if your client is into skyscraper, so you have to like download the image that is related to skyscraper, right, to use on the brand that you'll be going to be working on. And yesterday I told people that were in class that if you want to download image, these are the ways you can download image. So you use after you create a file for the brand that you are working on. Maybe you are working for Lagbaja brand, so you create a folder for them. Then under the folder you have to have receive, then you have to have downloads. So under the downloads is where you are going to download all the materials that are going to be needed for the class. So if it is something like maybe a used house, maybe a house like this, so you download it and you make sure you use every bit of it, every important information on it in your design. You understand? So I think this will do for now. So now I will just go to it and open it up on Photoshop so that I can remove the background. So I will even be needing the background and the actual image, so you understand. So open up Photoshop, then duplicate it, remove the background. That will do. So as I remove the background now, I will save the both file, and as a matter of fact, the remove background doesn't even work well for me. So I will undo it, delete this, then clear my selection tool, then start selecting it. So you can increase and decrease the tolerance, depends on the on this page that you want to select. So inverse it, Control Shift I, go to inverse, then add mask. So like this now, I want to duplicate again, then make this one permanent and delete this one. So I want to save both as Photoshop file. So yes, yeah. So you can also remove this generator if you don't want it to have generator there. So that will definitely be your choice. So now we have the element that we'll be needing for the class, because like I said, it's going to be a very basic and simple design. So the next thing you have to do is start your design. All right, so you've already collected the information, which is we have everything here, and the list of services, then the price starting and the over range and all those things, you understand, and the city as well, which, the website number and everything that we'll be needing for the class. So in this case, I want to use something very luxury, and one of the things that looks luxury, or let me say font that looks luxury, is a sans serif font, right? So what I'm trying to say now is for you to know we are dealing with something that is simple, modern, and all that. So one of the befitting fonts for this particular project is this. You understand? So probably we are going to be using gold inside it. So we are going to be power clipping a gold color inside it, so that it will. One of the things we have here is gold, right? So now come down to image arrangement. So let's power clip our image. Remember, you have to keep it simple, keep it lit. Day 2, download. So now you might be wondering that what exactly did I do with me importing the source file. You remember I edited one and I keep one without removing the background, and the essence of that is because I want to use this particular background as my background over here, you understand? So I want to power clip everything here, then go inside it and start working on it. So this is my actual image, understand? So this is my actual image. So I can move it down a little bit, then reduce the size so that it can fit well. So I like the way it's looking right now, but it is kind of too it's consumed the whole space, and we still have like the list of surfaces like this, then the starting range, you understand, that's in price, and at the same time we want to use the color. So you can just explore the color that you think is going to be making sense under this particular thing, under this particular image. This is why we have this image here. You understand? So what we are going to be looking at is, yeah, you can actually use something like a sky. Yeah, a sky. I think I do have image of sky on my archive here. Let me see if I can find it. If I can't, I'm just going to be downloading another one. So let's see which of this design I have. Cloudy. Okay, let's see. It's this one. So let's try this cloud image. So now let's delete this one. Then let's try this one. But remember that the main picture, or let me say, the main color for this particular project is what? Is green, yellow. Is there yellow there? No, it's green, gold, and this brown color, right? So in this case, you can use any of this color, right? Power click inside again. Then use the color. So it's going down. So you use any color that you deem fit. We are going to be changing it if it doesn't work for the project that for something we want to use it for. So then like 80, I want to reduce it. So something like this. So as it is now, it is looking the color, right? It is looking the color, and this one now can go on white. But remember, we say we can also look into something like a green and any other color that we think it can also goes well with it. So as for the color, you can come back and do the needful later, you understand? But anybody that sees this will see the details of the city at the back, right? Which is the image that we use at the back. And they can also feel the cloud at the background, right? So how you want to make the cloud transparent is all up to you. As long as your text is visible enough for audience to see, you are good to go, right? So the next thing you want to do is importing the list of surfaces. So I remember we've skipped one big aspect of this flyer class. So we are going to go back to it now, which is research. So Pinterest. So I just want to feed your own eye too, so you understand. I already planned my own thing, and honestly speaking, sometimes it's kind of funny what you get when you plan offhand, you understand. And sometimes it might be very very interesting, so it depends. As it is now, I even have idea of using something from this particular thing. Where is it? So from this particular weather forecast, this thing that I'm seeing here. So I even have one crazy idea to use something like this there. So let's try that one. So now the next thing for the list of services that I was thinking of, especially when I saw this weather forecast, Abuja weather forecast of this Explorer here, is this. So I want to make sure the font is, this time around the font is visible enough for you to see instantly. So let's try Montserrat as a serif font. Montserrat. So as you all know, Montserrat have a lot of, a large family, so you can choose between them. I want to choose semi-fold this time around. Then make it big for me to see. So make sure you do the leading very well so that they can have breathing space between each other. So, and teaching, appearances. So these are the things that they do, right? So storage and workspace. So, and then, like I said, we have to keep it simple and basic. So remember this, the Abuja forecast kind of a thing. So I want to draw a shape now, then maybe draw it here to cover the whole space here. Yeah. So make it white or any of this color, any of this brown color. So I want to curve the edges of this particular image now. So I want to transparent it too. So like 20 is okay too. Yeah. So now this one can go inside here. Put it on top and voila. You see, it is not really complicated. I mean, not even complicated at all. It's not even really not complicated at all. So now you can choose which of it is going to be bolder and which of it is not going to be bolder, right? So because it is very important you put that hierarchy there. So hierarchy of size, like the weight. So make sure put it there. It's also very important in your design. I don't know why this thing is auto leading it. I don't really doing that. Probably because I've used corridor for a while now. So here we are, looking good. And honestly speaking, I was thinking we can use like a gradient for this particular this thing, the gradient that is at the background. So let's try it out. So if you want to learn more about gradients, try and subscribe to the class too. So you see, I'm referring you to the class. So it's very important because a lot of things we are going to be unveiling in the class, from logo to flyer and all that. So it's going to be very amazing. It's going to be an amazing class. But let me see, it's going to be an amazing. Yeah. So yeah, it's looking sweet, very very sweet, right? And as a matter of fact, if I'm on CorelDRAW, on Photoshop rather, so let me just edit this image a little bit because I don't want to be like, I can do it better, and then I leave it without doing it better. So this is like an image adjustment kind of a thing. Yeah, so I'm not to be showing you this photo, but then I want to do what, edit the color, probably the color. There's the vibrance. Let's just work on the vibrance. So vibrance, saturation, and the vibrance. So it will look so rich. So let me click on it again. Mask and apply. Then this time around I want to save it as PNG so that I can instantly just power click it inside my design. So now it is done. So now let's power clip it inside this image again. I don't think that thing is. I don't think this thing is safe. Where did I save it? Hold on, guys. Let me find where I saved this thing. Real estate. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. So here we are. And see the difference. So one is dull and the other is sharp, kind of a thing. You understand? Usually when you download a bad image, so you can use some cool effect on Photoshop to adjust it to make it look much better. So there we have it. And As for the luxury this thing, I say I want to use something goldy, but as it is, this one is also looking goldy. Say we should put it right in or left. What do you think? I was thinking of left actually. Yeah. Or let's do it like this. So now the next thing we want to do is, after the list of service, is the price and the special offer. Like I said, more of basic design. Don't complicate the whole story. The idea has already been communicated, living luxury in the distance. So what I can just say is, if you want to put more effort on the text effect, aside from you using this beautiful sans serif font, so what you can also do is giving it an outline. Understand? Giving it an outline will also make it look much better. So let's try. What should we try? We should try white as a background. Yeah, let's try white as a background. But in this case, we want to make it bigger, enough to engulf the whole text. Uh, let's try 30. No, doesn't. Let's try 55. I think that is good. Okay, so one thing, because when you are doing the settings of outline on CorelDRAW, you have to make sure that the scale is behind the object. I mean, the outline scale is behind the object. So you understand? Sorry, yes, it's scale with the object, and the thing is behind the fill, behind the actual fill. So this is not looking good though. So let's try this color first. No. Let's see. Done. So now I want to duplicate it again. Ctrl C V, then put it at the back of everything. So I want to change the color so that I can know where it is. Okay, now it's at the back. So I want to change this another outline. Now I want to increase it more than this green outline. So you understand? Now in this time around, I want to make it like 78, but it's going to be white or probably yellow. So let's try 85. It doesn't capture the whole thing. 95 encore. So 95 tries, but doesn't capture the whole thing. So the idea is for it to fill all this blank space, right? So let's try 120. Yeah, that's now the next thing I want to do is to shift it a little bit. All this might not be necessary when you started working on your design. Yeah, so but I just want to try this possibility in this particular case. And as a matter of fact, this white is enough. This white as a distance is enough, because it is feasible. Like I said, you don't want to complicate the whole process. It is simple, and like it's good to understand, and it's really communicate the message. So I want to adjust this ivy. I think it is ivy. Oh yeah. So that is here, that separates this whole thing like a bullet. You understand? So I want to swipe it with line. You understand? I hope I'm not complicating the whole process, and I believe you guys understand everything. So yeah, these two. So I want it to be much bigger than this. That is okay. And I don't want the line to be curved. I want it to have straight lines. Voila. So list of surfaces, we have this. And the next thing I was even thinking about right now is, let me try this. This is kind of too flashy. So let's try maybe 15. then this. So and I want to change this thing to black, to white all through. So let's use brown there. Yeah, you see it makes a lot of sense now. So color can also differentiate them. Yeah, color is a big way you can differentiate your designs. I don't like how this thing is doing like this. So as for the last part of the image, so we are going to be using shape again. So and this one is going to be coming out a little bit. So they say the starting price starts from where? Hold on. So this is going to be yellow, and this can be, well, can be green as well, right? So probably we use the whole color for the whole brown color, and it's actually looking good. Before I've started putting everything like this, so I must consider the contact detail as well. So let me just reduce the size of this thing. I don't like how this thing is changing the leading form of my typography. So the pricing, I think I've already put it there. So price starts from, let's break this one apart and bring this one up. Let's just use starting price only. Starting price. So, and as usual, like yesterday, so Montserrat do, and this will be much bolder than the this starting price, because that is our main message here. So you can break it apart, make this one much bigger, right? So you can also put it in two space. Especially if you want to, you can do it like this. If you want this thing to have enough space or enough room for another thing, yeah. So now this one can go on white, because contrast is also very important thing. We didn't discuss that, but it's one of the key thing, contrast. So if you check my Instagram, you will see all this information that I'm sharing about contrast, organize, and all that. You will see everything there. So try as much as possible to check it out. So to check it out, and for this, I want to use it and reduce the size. So and as a matter of fact, I so much love corridor. It is so fast for me to use. I can use it to, let's use from and to, so that people will instantly understand it. Like I said, we don't want to confuse them. Starting price from, so easy to use, less complicated, unlike Photoshop. Photoshop is kind of hard though. You have to be working with layers, you have to maintain the layers and all that, you understand. But here you just keep designing, you have no problem. And when it comes for you to do the kenning and all that, you don't even have any issue on that. So I use Photoshop and CorelDRAW like for a very long time when I started designing, before I jump onto Photoshop. And I like Photoshop because of the manipulation aspect of my design, you understand. So now we have the price tag. Then another thing we want to have is the offer. I don't know what the offer can be, but you can just input the offer here, or you can do a 2-column up and down instead of side by side. You can do it up and down. You understand? So you can also list the price of each building in front of it, like this. So when you put the Spacious, you can just put the price tag here, like this. You understand? So that everybody that sees, they starting from 8 to 1 million. So, and another one, you can put it here, starting from so, yeah. So you can just put it as a promo. Let's say our promo for this particular building, or from this particular distance. So it's starting from so sorry, so you understand. So all those things are very easy to understand, especially when you are done with your mind mapping and everything. So, and you remember I said you need to do research. Research is one of the key important thing of your design. Do research a lot. Even if you are not designing, do research, because whatever is it that you research now will come back as something of remembrance when you start designing it. You understand, in real life. So that's it for today's class. Then for the information, the information part, so you can just use this for the information part. So contact information can be here, like this. So including the logo can also be inside it. Yeah. So everybody know how I did the logo. So I have already put a process kind of a thing inside on the group. So it's a speed process anyway, but it is quite detailed for anybody that want to see it. So in this case, we also have white there. Yeah? So I want to use white and yellow on this. So one thing I want to do is what's going on? Hold on. Okay. So what I want to do is ungroup it and put it on white, so that we have the same color, like the whole color. At the same time, it will still capture the whole essence of the class of this thing. So now we have the price in front of each. Maybe the closest range from so to so. So if your clients want the price to be in front, or come with the list of services that you guys render. Understand? So, and this line also can extend its territory, reach this the green side of the part of the design. Yeah. So shift it a little bit down. And as for this one, you can also break it apart. Breaking something apart is so easy on CorelDRAW. Honestly speaking, like I said, CorelDRAW is so sweet for me to use. So sweet. So that is it. As for this one, you can also break them apart. So you see, yesterday I think it is center arrangement, right? And today we do center arrangement and left arrangement. So please be mindful of all those things. They are very, very crucial. Yeah. So so that is all. If you have any question after watching this video, make sure to drop it in the group, or you can also drop it on my YouTube channel. So I will definitely answer to it when, but for the sake of maybe voice note or anything like that, so I will advise you to drop it on the group, so you understand, so that everything will be answered. So as you can see, we have everything. Color green checked, color yellow, which is the gold version of it, checked, brown checked, white also checked, so you understand. So this is how you can easily how will I put it, easily use color in your design. So as a matter of fact, I want to reduce the opacity of this thing, you understand. So maybe like 92 will do, sorry, like 12, yeah, or a little bit more, like 15. So yeah, it's looking good. So then the contact detail can now come here. Like I said, keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it minimal. So let's say book for, what did they say we should use there? Schedule a tour today. Schedule. Let me copy because me now you cannot go tab. Schedule tour today. So I break it apart because I want them to have enough space, because something else is also coming, like contact detail, address, and so on and so forth. So now it all depends on the information that you get. All this blank space also can be used, but how you are going to be using them is definitely up to you, and how you do your design arrangement. Schedule. So this thing can be on black because it's safe to use black on yellow. Yeah, because you don't want to have issue of I don't see it in it because of the contrast. No, you don't want to have that issue. So it's safe for you to put it under under that. So another thing about using shape inside shape is that you have to create a border for it. Border will make it look balanced, you understand. So try as much as possible. Even if you are using text, you see I created border for it here. I create border for it as well here, you understand. So it's very important when you are using anything inside the shape, create a border for it, even inside your design. Now this is the old design, you must create immediately you start using another shape for it, you start creating a new border for it, you understand. So that is the only way your design can look balanced and good. So as usual, I'm going to be using my number, and yes, I'm going to be using the same line here. So this footer can come in a very different way, you understand. So entirely different way, but your choice. Even the logo placement also can come in a very different arrangement. So all these are going to be communicated well in class, the actual class. So 08101179183. So you contact me if you want to sign up for the class, because it's going to be an amazing one. It's going to be very, very interesting. Contact So let's do call slash WhatsApp today. So or let's do WhatsApp alone. So just saying, sha, anybody call me, I won't pick. Oh. So don't call me, oh, because you can WhatsApp me anytime. Yeah. So I'm like always online kind of person. So I want to put this one to 14. Size 14 is okay. So voila, we have our design. Like I said, this one doesn't necessarily have to be like we are going to be using of let's try the text arrangement to it's very important. The heart of this city. Luxury living in the heart of the city. You see, I make it even more bolder, more bigger, more bolder. Because it's also very important you do that for the main for the main text for people to see. So yeah, I think it is feasible enough now. So that will be all. If you enjoyed this class, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow my designs page, which is at Design with King, and subscribe for more premium content. We are going to be having a very big fun, or let me say very a creative class in May, which is on 22 rather, so you understand. So it's going to be very amazing class. But another thing about having amazing class is having amazing student that is ready to learn. You understand? Please be prepared to learn, not that you just want to come and yeah, say, "Be, I've already paid for the class, I can do and undo." No, be prepared to learn and implement whatever it is that I teach you in the class, even as it is right now, starting from this class. So do have a wonderful one.